A very good evening and welcome to LSTV1. You're watching the news in English. My name is Amie Fadera and these are the headlines from the Standard and Point newspapers. Barrow must not appoint rejected presidential aspirant. Sister of murdered Gambian American calls for Sol Badji's arrest. Kande reacts to rejection of UDP petition. Plot owners at Farato Bojang Kunda threatened legal action if this and more other stories coming ahead your way. Stay tuned. Welcome back, and now the news in details. We begin with the Standard newspaper. Barrow must not appoint rejected presidential aspirant. Following President Barrow's announcement that most of his cabinet appointments will come from the NPP coalition and former APRC National Assembly member for Combo North, Pa Lamin Jatta, has urged the president not to include those presidential aspirants who backed him only for failing to fulfill their nomination requirements. Speaking to the Standard yesterday, Jatta, who was elected unopposed in 2012, said, "I want to advise President to be very careful with the people he is going to appoint in his cabinet. If he mistakenly appoints those who only came to him after failing to become candidates, he would be getting a cabinet worse than ever." We all agree with him that he was distracted in his first term by the people who were allegedly undermining him. So now that he is about to appoint his new cabinet, I am concerned because I know Gambian politics and the kind of politicians we have in the country. What worries me is that after the nomination, many people who wanted to run for presidency decided to join him for obvious reasons to be appointed into positions, Jatta said. He further wondered how could people who never wished the president well in the first place and wanted his job themselves now come to join him. This is mind-boggling, and the president should be mindful. What has suddenly changed, or do they want to be close to him to have chances to destroy him? Jatta asked. The former Combo North National Assembly member said he knows most of the kind of people he is talking about and knows what he is saying. So if I see these people getting closer to Barrow, I feel sorry for the future of this country, because the likelihood of them undermining him is very high. This is my worry and I have nothing to fear about what I am saying, Jatta concluded. Sister of murdered Gambian American calls for Sol Badji's arrest. Oli Cisse, a sister of murdered Gambian American Alaji Cisse, has called for the immediate arrest of former State Guard Commander Sol Badji, who was implicated in the gruesome murder of her brother. Mr. Cisse and his friend Ibu Job went missing in the Gambia during the visit in 2013. The Truth Commission found that they were killed by the junglers holding the former President Jammeh, Sol Badji and others responsible. Mr. Badji has since returned to the country, but many people have questioned why he is yet to be arrested. Ms. Cisse, speaking from her base in the US, said Mr. Badji's motive for returning to the Gambia surprised her. Did he come back to turn himself in, or has he been assured of his safety from higher powers, hence his bravery to come back? Ms. Cisse asks only time will tell, she added. Ms. Cisse said Sol Badji must face justice for his actions. He has been implicated in my brother's murder and I believe in the murder of others. He didn't attend the TRRC. He waited until after to show up. The TRRC recommendations for him and others to be prosecuted must be followed to the letter. He must be arrested and tried like anyone who is implicated. Michael Sankoria is currently going through trial in the U.S. due to implications. The same should happen to Sol Baji, she said. Ms. Cisse urged President Adama Barrow to act accordingly and do what is right. I hope President Adama Barrow will follow through with the recommendations as the world is watching. This step he takes will shape his legacy for years to come. So I really hope he acts swiftly and make implementation of the TRC recommendation, he remembered. Kande reacts to rejection of UDP petition. The leader of the Gambia Democratic Congress, Mama Kande, has reacted to the Supreme Court's rejection of the election petition filed by the fellow opposition United Democratic Party dissatisfied with the election result. The UDP filed a petition at the court. However, the Supreme Court struck out the case, stating that the party failed to comply with the Rule 11 of the election petition rule. But Kande disagreed, arguing that what actually transpired was a disregard of the rule of law. The 2021 election has been held, but the laws have been damaged, and they say that we should empower them in damaging those laws, Kande said at a political event. What Gambians need to know, he said, is that they have been denied their rights. Some 800,000 people voted unprecedented. It never happened before. More than half of all those voters said they disagreed with the result, but no one wants to listen to them. They brought Rule 11 and said that the UDP lawyers did not give notice to Adama Barrow that he has been petitioned. But it was the Supreme Court itself that said that the UDP must pay $300,000, and they paid that, and Adama Barrow's lawyer wrote complaining that Adama Barrow must never be taken to court because he is the sitting president. Now, if Adama Barrow wasn't aware or noticed, how did his lawyer know about it and even went to the courthouse? Again, the UDP took their papers on a Tuesday, and on a Thursday they were called to the courthouse, but the lawyer came from Adama Barrow to the courthouse and claimed that they were not aware of the case. They claimed that the petition filed by the UDP fell out of the 10-day period given for challenging the election results. That's why I said that it's only 5 sons of the Gambia who are conspired to deny more than 400,000 citizens of this country their rights. The technicality is a process on how to go about the case, but the case itself was never heard. More than 200 pages of documents were brought forward by the UDP detailing election fraud, Kande told his audience. 3 charged with murder in Basse. Police prosecutor in Basse yesterday passed murder charges against Adama Gagiko Chimentang Kande and Sori Balde. The trio are accused of killing one Aliu Badaraba with a gun at Saregubu village in Woodley East. Appearing before Principal Magistrate Omar Jamban, the trio went slammed with 2 counts conspiracy to commit murder and murder. According to the indictment, on the 5th December 2021, the trio conspired amongst themselves to kill one Aliu Badaraba with a gun. During the hearing, prosecuting officer Sub-Inspector Ibu Cisse applied for the matter to be transferred to the Special Criminal Division of the High Court. Accordingly, Magistrate Jambang transferred the case to the Special Criminal Division of the High Court and ordered the accused persons to be remanded at Janjambure prison pending their reappearance to the court. One Pamodu Jolo was yesterday arraigned at the Kanifing Magistrate Court charged with obtaining money by false pretense. The court had that the accused has promised had promised and failed to facilitate a visa to the Netherlands to one Abdurrahman Jallo, who had paid him $110,000. He pleaded not guilty to the claim before Magistrate Colley and granted bail in the sum of $110,000 with two Gambian sureties who shall deposit their ID cards to the court registrar and swore in an affidavit of means. And that will take us to our last story from the Point newspaper. Plot owners at Farato, Bojankunda, whose lands were affected as a result of the construction of a 20-megawatt solar PV plant at Jambud village in West Coast region, have threatened to take legal actions if relevant authorities fail to compensate them. Some of the plot owners who are affected by the project have claimed that they bought each plot of land $200, whereas the project wants to compensate them with $140,000 a plot measuring 20 by 20. Dauda Dumbie, one of the affected individuals who spoke to The Point in an exclusive interview on Tuesday, said he bought his plot of land in 2019 at Farato, Bojankunda, claiming that he even bought cement as he was preparing to start construction. Unfortunately, I was informed not to start construction due to the fact that NAWEC is bringing a project in the area which is going to affect our lands. Thus, I decided to halt the plan for construction. We were later interviewed by some Senegalese consultant on behalf of the project. After the interview, I submitted all documents that they requested. In fact, they told us that NAWEC transmission line is going to affect compounds that are about 40 meters from the line. The consultant, he added, assured them that those that are affected as a result of the project are going to be fully compensated. Besides, during the interview, the consultant claimed that plot owners who are affected and wanted financial compensation will be given money, while others who opted for lands in another location will be given lands. I bought a plot of land at $200,000, which is measuring 20 by 20. However, the consultant, who claimed to be from NAWEC, said they are going to pay $140,000 to any affected individual whose plot of land is 20 by 20. They also informed us that whoever wished to be compensated with land will have a plot of land at Bafuloto. We will go anywhere to ensure that we either have our lands or money. If possible, we will even go to court if they are not going to add some amount of money on top of the $200,000. Yankuba Alem, also an affected individual, said he bought his plot of land measuring 25 by 20 in an amount of $180,000 around Farato, Jambur, near the forest. He claimed that he had been doing farming in the said land prior to the land being taken as a result of NAWEC project, while further claiming he even dug a well in the said land. I wanted to start construction on the said land. Unfortunately, I was contacted by the person whom I bought the land from. He told us that the government wants the area because they are bringing a project to the area. In fact, I have lost many of my cement blocks as a result of the project. They told us that they would pay money or to be given another land. I told them that I want to be compensated with money. However, still now I have not received anything, he stated, adding, during one of our meetings at Lateria, the consultants even told me that they were going to pay me. However, still now I haven't received anything, he stated, adding, during one of our meetings at Lateria, the consultant even told me that they were going to pay me $10,500, something I strongly refused, and we even quarreled on that day. Yankuba further claimed that he was also offered another $200,000 by the consultant when he and NAWEC consultants and another meeting At another meeting at Nawek at Kairoba Avenue, I refused to accept that money because I told them that I have already started developing the land. Now I have been sitting for 3 years now without my land. Lamin Fadera, who also bought a land for his brother in the said area in 2019, lamented the difficulties they are encountering in having their compensation in either cash or kind. The consultant during our first interview promised to give us very good compensation and that everyone would be happy. In fact, they told us that the project has not been fully funded by the Gambian government. However, during our meeting last year, the consultant told us that they are going to pay $140,000 for a plot of land that is measuring 20 by 20. They told us each square meter they are taking it at $350. I was surprised, and I even told them how they came up to the conclusion of paying people $140,000 for a plot of land measuring 20 by 20. Some people who were frustrated agreed to take the money, but most of the people didn't agree to their demands because they felt cheated. The location where we got the land is very strategic, and we can't get another land with the amount of money that they wanted to compensate us with. We feel we have been cheated. We are unfairly treated, and they don't tell us the truth. The project consultants were contacted for comments, but they declined the comments and referred the reporter to Per Silva, spokesperson of Nawek. Silva, however, noted that the best people to speak on the subject are the consultant because the project is not directly under Nawek. Okay viewers, that's all of the news we have for today. Thank you so much for watching. Do join us on Monday, same time, same place for more news. Until then, stay tuned and enjoy the rest of our programs. Bye for now.